Welcome to Traveling While Black.
Hey, what's up? I'm Anthony, this is my wife Marley, and welcome to another episode of Traveling While Black.
Yes, welcome back everyone. As a brief reminder, our show is based on our experiences traveling, and we base those experiences off of how good of a drive it was, how much fun we had, and most importantly, how comfortable do we feel as Black people visiting for the first time. So even though we lived in Washington for 3 years now, there are obviously still places that we have not got a chance to visit yet. So we are so excited to be invited to explore Vancouver, Washington, and check another city off our list.
Yep, and since our first time visiting Vancouver would be in the fall, we wanted to make sure that we highlighted a fall-like activity. And what could be more fall-like than haunted houses and ghost stories? That's why we went on the Clark County Historical Museum's Haunted Walking Tour.
Yes, so we did a fall activity this time, so hopefully we can go back and do like a spring, summer next time. But for this episode, take a look, and as always, let us know what you think.
We are headed to Vancouver.
Canada again?
Nope, I'm talking Vancouver, Washington, our fellow statesfolk in the southwest part of our state.
The city that is considered a part of the Portland metropolitan area is in fact the fourth largest city in the state of Washington. And perhaps because of that, Vancouver, Washington has a lot to offer, from their vibrant downtown to their beautiful up-and-coming waterfront pier.
But for our trip, since we were going to a city with a lot of history, like being the location of one of the first settlements west of the Rocky Mountains, what could be better way to learn about that city than from a historian? And what could be more fun than to learn about that city's history than its haunted history? Ooh. Drive grade. From Seattle, the drive to get to Vancouver, Washington is around 2.5 hours, and it really did feel long. But to our surprise, I-5 must be revived, because although we were headed south, we didn't stop due to the traffic as we usually experience.
And we can really say that for most of the drive. It's a smooth ride, with the views getting better the farther we got. Although it was long, it was a pretty enjoyable drive.
Yep, and for that, we can't complain. So for the drive grade, we give a 4 out of 5.
Level of fun. We spent the daytime exploring Vancouver's downtown and waterfront pier, and by nighttime, we were more than ready to learn some of the city's haunted history.
So Mars and I headed to the tour's starting location, the Clark County Historical Museum, where we met our tour guide from the museum.
For our tour, we were lucky to have the person who thought up the idea for the museum's haunted walking tour, Executive Director Brad Richardson.
Beginning in the museum's dark, creepy, closed for the night, haunted building, Brad told us tales of real-life haunting occurrences, some of which that occurred within the same room we were standing in. From there, he led us to various locations around the city, stopping at each so to tell the supernatural stories behind them, all based on a mix of personal stories, urban legends, and research. All of the stories also giving insight to the history of the city of Vancouver, Washington overall.
For our experience, we can say we actually had a great time. The tour lasted about an hour, and all the locations were within a mile distance. And even though the tour gave me goosebumps, it wasn't too scary. So it could be a good option for families with members 10 years and older.
If you take a visit to Vancouver, which we most definitely recommend, you won't go wrong booking one of the haunted walking tours hosted by the Clark County Historical Museum. Check out their website at cchmuseum.org to find out more.
Our day spent in Vancouver was absolutely a blast, from hanging out in the city during the day to walking its haunted streets at night. For our experience at Vancouver, Washington, we gave a 5 out of 5 for level of fun.
Comfortability for Black people. Before our visit to Vancouver, Washington, and having never been, we were really questioning what our comfort level would be. But on our visit, our question was pleasantly answered. We actually felt comfortable.
Yes, and not only comfortable, but also welcome. Everyone we talked to and mentioned that was our first time visiting seemed to take pride in recommending what to do in their city.
On top of all of that, we saw other Black people throughout the day. We even got to hear from some of them their personal perspective of Vancouver, whether visiting or living there. Our feelings were confirmed, being that all of them only had positive things to say.
Yes, again, we absolutely recommend you all taking a trip to Vancouver, Washington. We will definitely be going back. For comfortability for Black people, we give Vancouver a 5 out of 5.
We hope you found this episode to be helpful and entertaining. Be sure to check out our previous episodes.
Yes, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And check out our merchandise on travelingwhileblackseattle.com. And be sure to reach out if there's anywhere you would like us to check out.
Until next time, beautiful people, stay up, stay true, and do you.